Good morning, Stephen Carr here. It is 3 a.m. and I am headed to the airport, and we are going to document the journey to Portland, Maine for the next few days, and we'll put it together here. All right, it's 4 a.m. Dallas Love Field in Dallas, getting ready to take off. It's pretty warm and hot as to be expected in the summer. It's like 100% humidity, 87 degrees outside at 4 a.m., so pretty crazy. Well, we made it through security, and the first stop on our trip to Portland, Maine is Baltimore, Maryland, and the flight leaves in about 40 minutes. So we'll get some good sleep on the plane, and then we'll check in. Well, made it to Baltimore, which is basically right outside D.C. Airport's nothing special. Boom. Leaving Baltimore, about to fly to Portland, Maine. So here we are, we made it. We are basically downtown Portland, Maine. We've got some hospital districts over there. And here's the inn at St. John that we're about to go check into. So let's head in there and check it out. So are, checking out the lobby. And I was able to check into my room, and this place doesn't have any elevators, which is cool. Kind of gives it a nice old folksy feeling. Almost like this was like a really old mansion that they converted into a hotel. And as you can see, the stairwell, very steep. Each one of these are about 35% taller than they are wide. So we'll just keep going up. We are still up on the 3rd floor and continue going. And all the way down. And we see here, looking out on the balcony, overlooking part of Portland, Maine. And then here is our room. Open it up. Now this doesn't have its own bathroom. You have shared bathrooms with locks on the doors that you have to use. But here is the actual room. It's a nice, small, quaint setup. Small TV, little bed, got a little lamp, got yourself your own little sink. So there it goes. This is going to be the remote work location for the next week. Boom. Hey, so here we are standing in front of the inn at St. John. You can tell it's a really quaint place. It's almost like they used to be like old school hostels or something like that, because you go into that building and there's no elevator, there's a million stairs and dozens of rooms, but they all don't have their own bathroom. It's like shared bathrooms on a lot of the levels. If you walk out this way, which I believe is a little bit north, you're gonna get more towards the water, and that's the nicer part of town. But I would say that this area here, you got the hospital behind me, and then you got some residences up that way. That basically, until you go that way about a good half mile or so, is going to be more of the touristy section, which we are going to try to hit up in a little bit. So we're going to go get freshened up real quick and then try to make a jaunt all the way down to the coast waters and see if we can hit up one of the diners. All right. So I decided to walk into the Asian market that's right next to my hotel. And as you can see, it basically has every kind of ramen noodle that you could ever imagine or want. So we got all of these Asian type foods and candies. So I guess if you're into that kind of thing, they got bags and bags and bags of rice and all these little bing bing, whatever that is. And if you go this way, you can see that there is quite a bit of rice, and then there's all these millions of different kind of things. I probably am actually gonna go look for more of a hamburger or some seafood, and we'll hit that up and see. All right, catch you later. So here we are, halfway to the diner, almost to the water. Just wanted to give it a little quick view of some of the downtown areas of Portland, Maine. What's really interesting is awesome, all these cobblestone and brick paths, completely uneven. And they say that walking on such paths stimulates the brain and actually keeps you smart. So you got some art centers there, some old buildings there, and have a lot of culture and history around these parts. And we're almost to the water, so we'll pick it back up there by the water, and it stinks like crazy fish, like crazy stinks. And as I got closer to the water, I was like, well, maybe it's just because of the water, there's fish over here. And then I came across this. That is just a boatload of nasty clamshells. And there's a whole more of it there. So there you go. All this Yummies. But that is why it smells so good right here, in case you're wondering. So here we are, pretty much the center of downtown Portland, Maine. You can see all these buildings, and then they've got a pretty amazing statue here. It says, Portland, to her sons who died for the Union. And if you walk around this way, you can see a nice bronze statue there. Looks pretty neat. And she's holding a sword, and it looks like some leaves or weed or something in a shield. So, made our way downtown. We're gonna circle back, just finished dinner, and we'll walk about another 2 miles that way. And you can hear all the seagulls because the ocean is just to the left over there. And so it's kind of an interesting feel, all the seagulls and being around downtown.